Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com, and welcome to this quote of the week video, which will touch base on a topic that we all know in the conscious manifestation journey, and it's about taking action, right? We sometimes feel the urge to do this. We really want to, get it quicker. We feel that we should do something right now to get our manifestation, and then we feel like that we need to force something to right now get it. But if you really understand that what really matters is that you keep internally being aligned to the internal state, that you keep internally basically aligned to the level of your assumption where you already are who you want to be, where you already have what you want to have, then that is actually enough, because the state automatically will move you, will guide you, will propel you to do the right actions without you needing to come up consciously with the right ideas. So I want to go through this quote. I will also explain to you again this whole topic of taking actions, not taking actions. I will link a video which will give you more insights on that. So let's just dive right in. Now, this is the quote from Neville Goddard, and he said, "I know beyond all doubt that there is nothing for man to do but to change his own concept of himself, to assume greatness and sustain this assumption." And now here's the key part. If we walk as though we were already the ideal we serve, we will rise to the level of our assumption and find a world in harmony with our assumption. We will not have to lift a finger to make it so, for it already is so. It was always so. This is crucial to understand. This ties into the topic of creation is finished, right? That every possibility, every possible outcome, every possible version of you, every possible scenario, every possible desire, right? Or every possible thing that you could desire in the future, basically, is already in existence right now. So you having a desire already is something that is available, that is possible, that exists as a potential, that exists as a possibility. And as soon as you start to internally align to that and match that level and shift into that level of consciousness where you do have it, or when you start to view the world from that state, from that mansion, from that room, as a metaphor, when you start to really internally feel as you would feel, would you already have achieved the goal? That is how you will find a world in harmony with that inner assumption. So you have basically internally risen to that level where you have what you want to have, where you are who you want to be, and then that is of course manifested. But therefore we can realize that you don't have to come up with actions, right? It's not that when you're here right now in your current circumstances and you want to be here, you want to have those manifestations, those new circumstances, have those desires manifested in your life. It's not that you have to work out the way. How can I get there? What are the stages? Like, first I need to do this, first I need to do this. That would be the chronological approach. That would be the mind's way of approaching it. But if we take it from a spiritual perspective, right, everything is already available, everything already does exist, and we just travel through certain already existing possibilities, realities, states, whatever you call it, meaning that state that you want to express, where you are who you want to be, where you have what you want to have, is already there, and we can instantly jump from this state to that state by asking ourselves, okay, what would imply that I am here? And imagine that we are already here, by feeling that we are already here, by feeling the relief that this is also already available, which it is. Otherwise, you could not even have the desire for that state, right? So, and again, what that means is that you don't have to lift a finger to make it so. It is so, right? That state does exist. You don't have to lift a finger and work hard for it and suffer for it, because it is already available within you right now. You need to occupy it. You need to internally assume it and shift into it. And then once you enter that reality, once you enter that state, of course your thoughts change. Of course your actions will change. Of course your emotions, your reactions, and the things that you get reflected back will change. But not because you tried more externally, no, but because you now internally aligned yourself to that level where you already have what you want to have, where you already are who you want to be. That is this powerful new paradigm, right? So again, Neville's saying that beyond all doubt, from his own experience, from his clients, and I can totally agree with that, there is nothing for us to change than our own concept of ourselves, right? By our own internal identity, our own assumptions, our own beliefs, our own inner world, our own self-concept, right? Our internal state, what we identify and believe to be true and accept to be true, what is internally natural for us, right? And if we walk as though we were, right? It's also what Abdullah, Neville's mentor, said, walk as though you are and you shall be, meaning embody this state embody this viewpoint, adopt this relief, this viewpoint of the person that already has it, then we basically rise to the level of this assumption, and then of course we find the world in harmony with that assumption, because the world is always in harmony with our inner world. Right? Again, it's sometimes delayed, but it still always confirms that which we have alive within. So again, right now, this is a powerful thing to understand, and I know that a lot of people still get tripped up on this topic of, okay, what should I do in between? What should be now I imagined? What should I do right now? And they still feel like there is a gap. They still feel like there's separation. And the first thing that I would want you to watch is a video which I did a while ago called Should You Take Action When Manifesting? I will link this above right now, where I will explain this whole topic of you focusing and nurturing that end state instead of working out a plan, instead of working out a way and figuring out, oh, how can I maybe get to that? No. You're standing here right now, you want to be on top of the mountain, instead of like thinking of the way and figuring out what's the right way for me to get on top of the mountain. You already assume yourself on being on top of the mountain. You already imagine that you are on the mountain. You already view the world from being on top of the mountain. And then basically that inner man, right, that inner version of you that has already achieved the goal, that is already standing there, that is already in consciousness in that end level, will drag you, the outer you, to its same level. And then you will express where you stand within. So therefore you don't have to work out a way. So check out the video I did called Should You Take Action When Manifesting? And that is basically it. And also, if you want to learn how to, no longer perceive a gap between where you are right now and where you want to be, and you want to go from your current state, your current circumstances, and your current desires that you have into the version of you that has those desires, that is the version of you that has those desires manifested in your life. So you want to shift that identity and that internal state, then I highly recommend you check out the free masterclass. That's the first link in the video description and pinned comments, where I explain why this gap is there, how to bridge it, what is important, what to apply, what to focus on. It's really straight to the point, no hype, no fluff, no woo-woo, so you can check this out. And if you want to work with me, like if you want to take it to the next level and immerse yourself in those teachings, make them a lifestyle and really live by them and manifest your desires and get some guidance along the way and just connect with me, talk with me, then you can of course also apply for my program. That's the second link in the video description and pinned comments. And that's it for this video, right? So my reminder here is that you don't, right now, no matter what your desires are, try to solve those things and work out ways consciously and come to a conclusion, oh yeah, this is what I should do, and then this, and then this, and then this. No. Your true self names is I am. Everything is within that I am. So you can also place your I amness, your awareness, your attention on already being that ideal. How would your ideal self, how would that confident self, how would that self of you that is in the desired relationship, that has the money, that has the successful business, that has the new lifestyle, that has the car, how would that version of you view the world? What would other people say to that version? Right? You can imagine yourself into that version because it does already exist. That's the power of your imagination, the power of your awareness to conceive things, to identify with new things that are not present to you right now. And the more consciously you utilize that, the more easier it is for you to live an empowered life and bring forth and make tangible the things that are right now unseen, but that already do exist. Okay? So that's it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions on that or any feedback that you learned from the video. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.